Wasting some time here with a video on how I attempt to play the Tashkent. Gentleman Kevin Yu asked last week how to Tashkent, and I'm going to try to show you. I'm obviously not the best in this ship, but it is a definite change in how you play the German ships from the I think the Kiev and the Ognavoy, and I think a lot of that has to do with who you're seeing, the ship changes that you get with the Tashkent from the Kiev. Mainly a lot in who do you see. So you see, you're obviously moving up a tier. Is a bit harder. Shell velocities for all the enemy ships go up. That kind of makes things more difficult. And this ship is just huge. I think that's a lot of the problems people have. And the detection range is terrible at 8.2. The turning circle, also another problem at 730 meters. Not great. All these things add up to a ship that should be pretty good, but man, it's hard to dodge anything. The rudder shift's not bad, but that turning circle is really not good. Anyways, my advice for the Tashkent and how to play it, and I'm going to have some gameplay here in a minute. Should have brought some water. Is to keep your distance, try to avoid direct and immediate, like early game confrontations with enemy destroyers. You generally don't come off on the better end of that. You can beat up and destroy other destroyers in this. That's not a hard thing to do, but the size of your ship really works against you on that, and your maneuverability, because you're not turning that fast, but the speed helps on that a bit. As far as dodging shells and not getting hit a lot, but man, you're the biggest destroyer at tier 8. So people shoot at you, their odds, if their aim is halfway decent, go up and actually hitting you. So I try to avoid that in the early round. Try to stay close to your battleships and friendly cruisers, and just try to obviously shoot at enemy destroyers, because you do have nice shell velocity. That is a good plus for the Russian ships, 870 meters per second. Obviously better than the, I believe, the Japanese. Oh, 915. Okay, well, yeah, but the Japanese ships, though, their rounds per minute are so low. That's probably, it's not really a big deal. You don't really think of those, but the shell velocity on the Americans is obviously significantly inferior. Anyways, so the point I was trying to make there is you need to engage your targets at farther distances than the other two lines of destroyers, and operating from 12 or so kilometers out and just raining fire on enemy cruisers and enemy battleships is where you're going to make the most damage. You get fire on somebody, switch to a different target. I am going to go for Demolition Expert next on this ship. I only have a 15-point captain. I did not go for ye old Concealment Expert. I really don't think it matters with these. I mean, you're never at 8.2. You're never going to get that lower. And I actually do have the upgrade on here to reduce that. You're never going to get low enough to not be detected by either of the other two lines of destroyers when they're just have stock detection. And if you put everything on there that you can, it's not going to get better. So there's not really a point in trying to go down that path. Just try to light fires and kill people over with ye old fire damage. Damage over time. That's your what you're going for. Anyways, I'm gonna go into some gameplay, some things I did in trying to stupid things. I'm gonna admit that I did to kind of prove my point as far as keeping your distance, keeping fires on people. The torpedoes aren't atrocious on this. They go up to 8 kilometers, which is usable, and a lot of people seem to disregard the torpedo capability of the Tashkent. Anyways, hopefully y'all enjoy the gameplay. Alright, here we are with a wee bit of gameplay. I picked this one because it does show a bit of the longer range stuff, and also when you should break off. You gotta know when to run in this ship and when to engage. Never want to get really close with enemy ships. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. Kind of like this Dunkirk right here. He is charging straight in. My teammates are running away, so this would be the best time for me to make like a baby and head out. He Doc Zoidberg. I like the name. If you're a Futurama fan, you'll get that. But man, and my team is just running away like a whole bunch of scaredy folks. Anyways, I do try something that's completely inadvisable. I wouldn't tell anybody to do this. I thought I could have pulled it off, but the turning circle really just did not do me any favors. This gentleman just took some torpedoes from our carrier, so that's good. And I'm going to try to close the gap here and get some more torps off on him. He does the correct thing, doesn't freak out, and just tries to charge me. He makes the right move here, and there's the damage you can get with AP shells in a battleship. I should have launched right there on his nose and then another time, but I was worried about not getting those torpedoes armed. And you can see I can't actually even really make that turn. And there you go. See, Scharnhorst from off the screen gets me. But yeah, I don't really find this thing to be a good idea to charge people down because they're AP shells. As big as you are, they will a lot of times get penetration damage, which is 30% of the AP damage, and it can be a lot. Anyways, and this one shows man, people are not afraid of Tashkent torpedoes a lot of times. Use it to your advantage. Also, they have the pirate voice in World of Warships. If you haven't remembered, they do have it. And launching some torps at this guy. And, you know, he is coming into torpedo range, and I am grateful that I'm not going to use the that all the time, but it is amusing for a little bit. Enemy destroyer launched torpedoes into my smoke, and I got to speed up to get in between them, so that's unfortunate for me. This does not end well for me. Spoiler alert, but that Azumo doesn't react to thinking I'm going to launch torpedoes out of my guess, and he's going to take some of those. Look over to the side. I'm a bit busy now, so not the greatest clip, but it does show that he just doesn't do anything about it. There you go. 4 torpedo hits and nice amount of damage. I don't get the kill, unfortunately, but keep your torpedoes out. If somebody's in range or coming in range, launch them and get some distance from them. And these man, enemy team really messed up my team pretty badly. Pirate voice. And these destroyers really ganged up on me here. It's all over but the crying. Anyways, on to the next one right here. And so this match, it was a tier 10 match. And there's a gearing right here in this the B cap. I'm detected. Really, I should have backed off on it because both of them, it's a gearing and a Fletcher. Either one of them in this ship, I don't actually, it's a bad idea to get close to them because at the range that they will open fire, they're going to wait until they get, well, it's a diesel player. They will wait until they're in effective range, and they will be able to hit you if they're that smart. And man, they're going to make you hurt with their rate of fire, and you're not going to be able to put out those kind of numbers. See, this guy waited until it was 6 kilometers away and just completely started opening up on me. Really bad. Really effective fire from American destroyers when they get into this range, and it's hard to dodge a lot of it. I do try to head out, get some distance from this guy. His shell velocity is working against him, but you know, he has plenty of shells to fire. So Stay away from American destroyers. If you're spotted going towards a cap, just turn around. You don't need that cap right now. And this guy just keeps on launching the shells at me here. Not getting too much assistance from my friends. Don't expect a lot of assistance from random, especially on the weekend when there's a nice multiplier. Anyway, just heading out. And after you get out to almost 7-8 kilometers, your shell velocity is going to help a lot, and they are going to be not as effective and actually hurting you. So, yeah, I would say 8+ if you're fighting an American destroyer. Japanese destroyers, I wouldn't worry about getting too close because you'll be able to gun them down quick enough. They shouldn't hurt you too much. But anyways, on to the next one. On how I do like to play the Tashkent. Those other ones have been examples of how not to do it. And here's what I really like doing in my Russian destroyers. There's no enemy destroyers around here. Good to go. Battleship already being attacked by other teammates. This is your opportunity. This is your moment. Just pour in the rounds, get your damage done, and have a good game. That's what you need to do. Enemy battleships that are engaging your friendlies, man, those are the best people to fight and go after. If they're shooting at you, hopefully you can dodge them, and if they're not shooting at you, you can make them pay for it. You punish them really well. Well, not a bad idea to shoot AP, especially when you get a fire on him. If they don't reset it, he put that fire out, so might as well try to get another fire set here. But AP rounds into superstructure are your friend if you have a fire on all of the enemy ships around you. Anyways, slightly changing deflection shot off a ship that's running from you. Not the easiest thing to hit. It's kind of a weird angle, but lots of the shells breaking. Not a lot of damage. Trying to get that fire damage. Sometimes it is better to switch to AP rounds. This guy is taking a lot of fire. He's probably not going to live too much longer here. I should have switched to the AP shells. I'll just go ahead and admit that. Because of how low his health is, he is switching his focus to me, so that is good for my teammates. And just try to think small. They are launching torps at him. These are all good things, beating people. Enemy team kind of went with a weird dispersion this round, but you know, sometimes they're not as helpful and cooperative. And getting ATF on these Russian battleships, or not battleship, Russian destroyers, really good idea, but you want to maintain distance. Don't get too close. Enemy Lexington, he is going the wrong way. We're gonna go ahead and try to wreck him. Have HE loaded. Don't want him hitting us too hard here. He does. That was a nice drop. Took 4,000 health from us, and we're burning. Not using the repair on the fire because I'm about to be on fire again, probably. And there's fire number 2. So I mean, that's another thing. If you are getting focused, also a good reason to stay with your friendly ships. I'm not doing that right now. If you're getting focused, staying near your friendly cruisers and battleships really help us. Focused by carriers is what I'm talking about. Always a good thing to keep in mind, guys. High tier and good players, they and carriers, they will tend to go after destroyers because they can kill you. Anyways, this guy, not too much of a chance of getting away. Remember, you don't want to get too close to these enemy carriers, though. The secondaries can be kind of deadly on them. In other good news, I finally got a 1070 NVIDIA graphics card, so that is pretty cool. I'm happy about that. I turned all the settings all the way up. Hopefully it doesn't make anything look weird from what you're used to seeing, but this guy, he is cooked. Hopefully y'all enjoyed and can use these old tips and whatnot, and have better games in the Tashkent, or the Tashkent. It's not the best ship, but it's not the worst ship. Anyways, hopefully y'all enjoyed. See y'all next time.